Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, and these are about 48 hours worth of sales. I have 7 items for a gross amount of $312.44. And that means I sold a couple good things. One really good thing, which we're gonna start with, because I'm excited about it. Oh boy. There's like a hair or something in it. That's not good. I actually think it's part of the threading. So this is a pair of, that's upside down, Pottery Barn pillows. They're pillow cases. They are not finished. They have jingle bells on them, very like wintry, Christmassy. They are linen, or at least a linen blend. I have 2 of them. I am gonna go over them with a fine tooth comb before I send them out, after I just spotted that little loose thread, which I think I mentioned the loose threads in the listing, if I remember correctly. But Pottery Barn Bell pillow cover is what I searched, and it had an average, oh, I'm sorry, I like to comp everything. If you have not seen any of my videos, I look things up on the eBay product research tool. It tells me the average sale price and the sell-through rate. I don't think that that is the only information that and I'm really talking to myself because I never want to tell you what to do, but it's not the only information that I use when I'm selling something, because I think that there are other things, other factors that come into play. But I do think it is an important factor that not a lot of resellers talk about. So Pottery Barn Bell pillow covers have an average sale price of $46.43 with a 20% sell-through rate. I've had really good success selling pretty much anything Pottery Barn. And the ones that sold, none of them were exactly like mine. And I don't remember if I found some like mine when I listed them or not, but I listed them for $100 for the set. Someone sent me an offer for $75 and I took that. They only took 6 weeks to sell. I bought them at the bins for about an average cost of $2. That is, the bins is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. And so that makes my profit on those $59.48. And like I said, I'm gonna go over those with a fine tooth comb. Make sure they are ready to go. So this is a sports bra. This is Athleta. Am I going to be able to show you that it's Athleta? It's Athleta. It's crossed out because I got it at a like liquidation store in my town. I have like 5 or 6 of these in various sizes from the liquidation store. They were 80 cents a piece, and I don't know. Athleta is one of those I get really excited about because I don't find it very often. This liquidation store has it a lot. I also personally like Athleta. A couple of winters ago, I had found a couple like really fun oversized Athleta sweaters, and I wore them to death. And then last winter I couldn't find them. So anyway, the Athleta, this is called the Conscious Crop, and I looked it up in plus size and has an average sale price of $15.58 with a whole 5% sell-through rate, which isn't great. This sold for $19.97 plus shipping on eBay. All of these are eBay sales only. I do have some Poshmark sales, but I'm just gonna wait to ship them until tomorrow, and I'll chat about that in a minute. $27.07 was the total that they paid. I paid 80 cents for one. And then I have, like I said, 5 or 6 of them. And this one took 2 months to sell. In my experience, I'm trying to find something to put my package in. In my experience, when a multi-quantity, I have multiple quantity listing on this, when one sells, then the rest kind of sell fairly quickly after that. I don't know, that's just been my experience. My profit is $15.25 on that. All right, this one was kind of cool. When I bought it, I thought it had a higher sell-through rate, but this is a jumpsuit, like a full-length jumpsuit. It's got pants and pockets. It has an all-over print, and this is Savage and Fenty. Savage and Fenty. I don't know what either of those are, other than the logos are all over this, and sometimes when logos are all over something, I look it up. The average sale price on this was $27.85 with a 21% sell-through rate. I had mine listed at $40, and they used the 15% off coupon that I have almost always on my store on eBay. They paid a total of $45.17. I paid $5 for it. I only bought it 6 weeks ago, so considering the sell-through rate is only 21%, I think that's pretty good. Makes my profit $24.70. I kind of blanked out while I was talking there, so I think I gave you all that information. I'm not sure what happened, so. All right, so on Friday, I had a ton of, last week was just super slow. Friday, I had a ton of Poshmark sales and no sales on eBay. So I shipped all of that on Saturday. I had 0 sales on Saturday on either platform. And then Sunday and Monday were really good. Obviously, I'm really pleased. I actually, Sunday after church, my family attends church, I took my 2 little kids and we went camping because it is gorgeous. It's like 75. It was only like high 40s at night, so it wasn't too cold. We weren't frigid, freezing. It was lovely. It was just like the perfect weekend to camp. It wasn't a weekend. It was Sunday through this morning. And then this morning I got up because I had to ship everything there. All my eBay stuff. It was kind of a last minute decision. So I hadn't really prepared to be out of town. So I hadn't adjusted my shipping times or anything. So we got up this morning, packed up camp. I came home, I took a shower, and I shipped. This is what I've been doing. So all that to tell you, 1, that's why my hair's wet. 2, that's why it's kind of a weird like 2-day thing. This is a sleep shirt. It's Peanuts Snoopy, and it is Hannah Anderson. And Hannah Anderson, I don't know, I've just had really good luck with Hannah Anderson. This sell-through rate is really good. So what I looked up was Peanuts Hannah Anderson Sleep Women, because Hannah Anderson is mostly known as a kids brand, but they do have adult clothes, mostly sleepwear, from, if my memory is correct. So, the average sale price with that search is $22.98, and it has a 50% sell-through rate. So 50% looks like the same amount of items sold as listed. Another reseller might call that 100%, just depending on how they calculate their sell-through rate. 50% is fantastic. I had mine priced at $30, and then I sent out a 20% off offer, which is what I do on eBay and on Poshmark. They accepted that, and then with shipping paid $31.07, but then messaged me and said, hey, how can I put in the 15% off? So when I have my coupon and send an offer, you actually aren't allowed to use both. It kind of negates the coupon if you get the offer. I'm going to go ahead and just send the refund. It's $3.59. For me, it's worth it to just keep the sale instead of them going, oh, well, now I don't want it. I'm just going to keep the sale. So with the refund that I will send, the fees that were, I did a thing with fees. It was high because it was promoted. And the shipping that I paid, I didn't have a cost of goods into those. I did get them from a friend for free, so my profit is $15.72. So even with that refund, I'm still making a decent amount, mostly because I don't have a cost of goods in it. Oh wait, I need to put this over here so I remember to actually send it. Okay, what I wanted to tell you about the fees. Maybe I'll do that on the next one. What else did there was something else that had like crazy, oh, the Pottery Barn, the fees were, it was promoted. I usually promote 1 to 3% or 2 to 3%, sorry. But when I had like no sales last week, I was just kind of thinking through things and I was like, maybe I'll up my percentage and see what happens. And I went to 7%. So my sales definitely increased over the last few days. I don't know if they would have sold. So this is what I don't think. I think it's hard to experiment with promoted listings because I feel like some of these things would have sold without being promoted anyway. These are a pair of vintage pants. They are wool pull-on women's pants. There was a hair. Not really anything too exciting. There was a time when I bought just things because they were vintage. I don't know. Actually, no, never mind. I was going to say this brand is Nancy. They are made in the USA. They're wool and polyester. Anyway, the average sale price is $24.72, but it's a whole 9% sell-through rate, so that's not great. I bought them 16 months ago, obviously. I think they're really cute. They'll be super nice on someone. And what else was I going to tell you about that? Oh, I spent a whole 40 cents on them at the Salvation Army rummage sale. The church in our town does a rummage sale quarterly, which I missed it last weekend. I was so mad. We were coming home from somewhere and I saw the sign for it, but it was already like Saturday. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I go to that sale every time. And I don't know, somehow I just never saw an advertisement for it. I was so mad. Okay, I'm still mad apparently. I'll get over it. I'll calm down. Anyway, it's good. I mean, I found some good things there. The cost of goods was 40 cents 16 months ago. Since then, they've upped their prices, but it's still really low. Anyway, this person sent me an offer of $15.80, and I kind of thought that was weird for a minute, but then when with shipping, they paid a total of $25 even, so totally get that. I do stuff like that all the time. After 40 cents, cost of goods, no promoted fees, so just regular fees, shipping, my profit is $14.32, which I think is great. I aim for $15 at least. I very rarely get that, it seems like. That's probably my average, honestly. But anyway, I'm pleased with that. This is another jumpsuit, believe it or not. This one is a denim jumpsuit that I actually bought because I thought I was gonna wear it. I'm not made for jumpsuits. Let's just put it that way. This is Celebrity Pink. I'm not gonna show you the label because it's not a brand you need to know. Celebrity Pink, I'm pretty sure is a Walmart brand. But yeah, like I said, I thought I tried it on. It just, like I said, I'm not really made for jumpsuits, but a girl can dream. Mine was the only one that sold, and that gave it a 14% sell-through rate. So even with it being like an interesting, you know, all denim jumpsuit, I don't know. I think I probably, if I was buying it to resell, I don't know that I would buy it. I bought this at my new favorite thrift store, and I actually think it was in the video that I did a couple weeks ago when I was gone, when I compared my old favorite thrift store and my new favorite thrift store. But I've had this listed for about a month, so actually it didn't take very long to sell. It listed for $25 and it sold for that 20% off, so $19.97. They paid a total of $31.77. I paid $3, and so my profit is $17.37. Not too bad considering it was something I thought I was buying for myself. All right, this last one, I still have to print out the shipping label, but I need to make sure that all my measurements and weights and stuff are accurate. I'm hoping I don't lose money on the shipping, but this is a quilt. It is not a perfect quilt. I'm gonna try and show you parts of it. It's really pretty. It's upside down. Here we go. I don't know. Did I get part of it? Anyway, what I searched was vintage Christmas quilt, because that to me had vintage, or not vintage, Christmas vibes, I guess. Kind of like Christmas in a cabin is what I was thinking when I saw it. The average sale price was $19.97 with an 18% sell-through rate, which I don't think is great. I had mine listed for $49.96, and I think they used the 15% off. They paid a total of $65.37, but it's really heavy, and I estimated that I was gonna have to use a pretty large box to ship it, so they probably paid a fair amount in shipping. If the shipping is what I think it's going to be, with it cost $5 at a churchyard sale, then my profit will be $37.78, so not bad. Yeah, you know what? I think it was only those 2 items that were promoted. And really, I think the Pottery Barn pillows would have sold anyway. What was the other thing that was promoted? Oh, was it the Fenty Savage? I don't know. Yeah. My total profit, if the quilt is accurate, then my profit will be $184.98. So really over 3 days, I mean, it was what sold in 2 days, but really Saturday would be included in that also. So I guess if I think about it like that, it's really just kind of even. But I do have the Poshmark sales that I haven't shipped yet. So I do have to get these packaged up and sent to the post office before it closes, which is actually pretty soon. So I usually do my shipping videos first thing in the morning, but it is late afternoon now, so after I got cleaned up from camp. Yeah. All right, I think that's it for now. I don't have a question. Okay, are you selling Christmas items yet? So like those pillows were Christmassy to me, that quilt was Christmassy to me. Not overtly Christmas, but Christmas-y. Are you selling Christmas stuff yet? Let me know. Do you buy specifically for Christmas, for sourcing, for inventory? I don't. I'll look through the Christmas stuff when I'm out in the thrift store, but I don't really look specifically for it. I tried the first year I was reselling. There were like some Santas and some stuff that I bought. I will look at stockings, because I've sold some good stockings before. Pottery Barn stockings, and like a wool vintage one. It's really cool. So I'll look at stockings, sometimes like the vintage sweaters, but I don't think those are quite as popular as they were a few years ago. All right, I think that's it. And I think I've said that already, but thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video. If you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.